Hello, my name is Shirley Rodrigues. I'm Deputy Mayor for Environment and Energy in London, and I'm delighted to introduce the topic for this opening session of the Countdown to Net Zero London, the conference. Thank you to Nick and to the Centre for London team, who've once again pulled together a great event as part of London Climate Action Week. In London, the Mayor has set an ambitious goal to be zero carbon by 2030. This is a challenging target for our city, but if we make the right choices, especially now as we seek to recover from the impacts of the pandemic, we have a huge opportunity to accelerate the drive for a green recovery. And in doing so, we can create the jobs and address inequalities at the same time as tackling the climate and ecological emergencies we face. We are making progress through schemes such as the world's first 24-hour ultra-low emission zone, which we expanded in October, and a zero carbon standard for new buildings, which in 2019 achieved carbon savings 41% higher than that required by national building regulations. And we have 30% of the UK's charging points, 4,000 electric taxis, and 500 electric buses on our roads, with more to come. The Mayor has committed to a Green New Deal for London and is supporting one of the key missions of the London Recovery Board programme with over £50 million of funding. And the first 10 million has already been committed to programmes and projects on the built environment, transport and the public realm. And these aren't just designed to reduce carbon emissions, but also to provide warmer homes, cleaner streets and local jobs. One of the programmes, called Future Neighbourhoods 2030, is about bringing as many of these aspects together into one place so that we can showcase what London's communities of 2030 will look like, with healthier air, improved housing and greener neighbourhoods. This £7.5 million multi-year programme is designed to bring boroughs and partners together with local communities within those areas that are most deprived, most climate vulnerable, or have been hardest hit by the pandemic. We've had a huge response and we'll be announcing a long list later this year. And alongside of this, we've been focusing on a retrofit revolution, retrofitting our existing buildings, the biggest source of carbon emissions in London. And this is key to meeting our net zero ambitions and to drive the growth of our green economy by supporting jobs, skills and supply chains, whilst also tackling fuel poverty. The Mayor's energy efficiency programmes have already helped secure more than £160 million worth of government funding for retrofitting in the capital. And we've recently launched a new innovation partnership deal that will deliver large-scale, low-carbon upgrades to the capital's social housing. And if matched across the country, this partnership has the potential to be worth up to £10 billion. And part of that revolution is a focus on skills, with the Mayor's new Solar Skills London programme, providing training within 100 solar companies. And of course, we mustn't forget that we must adapt our neighbourhoods to the changing climate and provide essential environmental benefits such as flood prevention, increased biodiversity and urban cooling. You'll have seen the recent scathing report from the Committee on Climate Change about our lack of preparedness. It's essential we create and maintain a network of green infrastructure across our public realm and integrating this into our built environment. Sadiq has already invested over £30 million in greening the capital, and as part of the Green New Deal, more investment is planned in the infrastructure. But we're also helping to raise awareness and increase London's resilience, like providing information on cool spots, safe spaces for Londoners to take refuge in extreme weather events. So in conclusion, decarbonising and making resilient our built environment is one of the biggest challenges we face as a city. But as one of the biggest and most influential cities in the world, we have an obligation to work urgently, particularly in this year of COP26, and in collaboration with you all, to counter the climate breakdown. So once again, thank you very much for inviting me to introduce this vital discussion. And I'm now going to hand over to the chair to begin what will no doubt be a fascinating and instructive session. Thank you.